That's it for another day. We've got the structure for the floor pretty well finished. It's all welded. I'm going to take a fresh look at it again tomorrow to see if I didn't miss anything, but there is a bit more work I want to do. I'm going to put some gussets in. We'll use this magnet kind of as an example, but to try and strengthen those parts up as well. I'm going to run some probably angle iron across between the floor joists to take some of the twist out of it. You can see here what we've got going on. We used angle iron on the sides and down the front, and the reason for that is so that when we put our walls down, you can see there we'll be able to run screws up through and screw the cabin down. So, and the reason I want to be able to screw it down from outside rather than just drill into the tubing is if I ever have to pull this engine out, for example, we're going to have to lift the cabin off. There's going to be no way to get that engine out. So I want to be able to pull the bolts out because the walls are going to be finished both on the outside and on the inside. And if I just bolt it with, nut and washer, then I'm going to have to cut holes in my inside wall or my outside wall to take the fasteners apart. But I think it's pretty cool so far. Like it's quite high, and then my seating position is a lot higher than I had really expected. I suppose like I could get a lower seat, but I mean this thing, it's going to be, I'm 5'8", 5'7.5". This thing's going to be 6 feet, probably 2-3 inches inside. So there's lots of room. So there's no reason for me to sit on the floor. So I'm thinking of putting in like a seat out of a semi truck in here, an air ride seat. That'll take some of the, leaf spring shock out of my back. But it gives me a nice angle over the front. Like the firewall, I'm going to have to figure that out. But the firewall is probably only going to be about 18 inches high. And then my mattress, let's say 8 inches for my mattress. This is where I'm going to put my bed, right over top of the engine. So I'll still have lots of viewing area. Then down each side there'll be, windows at least from here to the front, and the same on the other side, so I can, see what's coming. Let's say. So all in all, I'm pretty happy. I think the next task will be to get the firewall in here, get the brakes set up, get the steering wheel in place, get the throttle working, and figure out how we're going to shift it. And then once I get that all figured out, we're going to take this thing for a drive and have a little fun before we move on to the next step. So, yeah, I think it's going to work out pretty good. Set it right on here. So we say that's the floor. Now where's that office chair? Want to pass that up to me? Hopefully I don't fall off of here. Pull that rag off the bottom. Whew, it's sketchy. Wow. This is roughly where I'm going to be sitting. Where's my hat? This one there? Pass up that steering column. It's not actually going to go in there, but we'll get it in the ballpark. So this is going to be, fuck's sakes. There, that'll work. This is going to be my driving position. I'm sitting a lot higher than I would be in the truck, eh?
A little bit.
And then, so my throttle, that'll work. My throttle will be right there. And then my brake will be somewhere in here. I don't know if I'm going to sit on as high a chair. I might want to sit on a lower, like a car seat, that'd be down about here. But it might be nice to actually be able to
up higher, see a little more.
See more, right? Because like I'm already going to be big. Like it'd be nice to see. Where is the measuring tape? I guess I don't need it anyway. I just want to see how tall I am sitting down, but I'm probably about 4 feet, and there's going to be 2 more feet up to the ceiling.
Measuring tape's right there. You want me to get it?
Yeah. One right here, actually. Or, give me that one. It's easier for you to reach. Right now, my chair's at about 18 inches. I think I'm actually sitting closer to the engine than I would be.
If it was put in.
If it was in the truck, I think I'd be sitting further back.
You'd be like 6 inches back more probably.
Yeah.
Once that straightens out and you get that back more.
Yeah, and that's something I'll have to consider, because once I get the brake booster in, because this will be the firewall, and then I'll have to allow enough for the pedal and stuff. So I'll have to get the brakes in first, and that'll decide where I sit. And then I'll have to put the steering wheel to suit where I have to sit. So brakes first determines where the chair goes, and the chair determines where the steering wheel goes.